today submit an investigation into bribery and other wrongdoing charges. Tom Busby, CNBC.
A message from DAV to returning veterans. Thank you for doing your duty and doing our bidding. Thank you for stepping up and not backing down. Thank you for putting yourself in harm's way and putting your buddies' lives ahead of your own. Thank you for defending our freedom and displaying your honor. DAV thanks all veterans by fighting to get them the benefits and support they were promised. Visit DAV.org for free help. And again, thank you.
If you feel like online dating just won't work for you, try EH Plus. EH Plus is a new personal matchmaking service by eHarmony, and it far exceeds what regular online dating sites can do. One-on-one attention from a PhD matchmaker, amazing singles, and guaranteed introductions we know are perfect for you. Visit us today at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-940-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the very latest in live local news here on Kcaa 1050 AM. A tattoo artist was beaten with a pipe and robbed mid-tattoo. Yesterday in San Bernardino, the tattoo artist suffered lacerations to his head and swelling to his wrist in the attack, which occurred at about 5:15 in the morning at an apartment complex in the 1200 block of East Linwood Drive. Two male suspects remain at large. One of the suspects was the victim's client. The victim made arrangements to tattoo the suspect in an apartment complex courtyard. The suspect reportedly told the victim he did not have money for the tattoo on him, but that his girlfriend would bring it later. In the meantime, the victim began tattooing the suspect. After a while, the suspect led the victim to the apartment complex carport where the girlfriend was supposed to meet them, but instead the suspect's girlfriend was, instead of her waiting in the carport, it was a man armed with a pipe. The suspects proceeded to beat the victim. They took his wallet and left him on the ground. See what happens when you're nice. Christopher Ruiz, a 10-year Marine veteran who was killed in a fiery plane crash in Afghanistan last week, may have turned in his uniform, but he never lost his deep-seated passion for service, according to his wife. Ruiz was working for a private defense contractor when the transport plane crashed, killing all 11 on board. Ruiz, who was 29, was in the Marines from August of 2004 to July of 2014. He is also survived by his wife, Laurelyn, and their 3 children, 2 daughters, Brooklyn, 5, and Aria, 1, and then son, Carter, who's 3. Inland Empire weather, sunny and warm today, highs near 84, lows tonight 60, currently 82 in San Bernardino. Looking at your drive through Paris, stop and go on the 215 northbound between Nuevo and Oleander Avenue. Put you behind about 9 minutes, and that's it. Otherwise, you're looking pretty good out there. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. Kcaa 1050 AM.
KCAA invites you to join Dr. Donald Gabriel Jolly for What's It All About. He's never without words.
I have an opinion about everything.
He talks about everything.
You can say, I love you, and be fired by the power of the crotch instead of the real meaning of love. You have an illness. It is called terminal acute hornitus.
Join Dr. Jolly for What's It All About? 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on KCAA 1050 AM.
Sacrifice, determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. Thank you for joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Jane starts off this hour in Honolulu. Hi, Jane. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How can I help?
Hi, I've been looking all over online about this situation dealing with boundaries, family, and money. Basically, should I help my brother who's been enabled a lot of his life? He's 43, I think, now. Should I help him and house his children for the rest of the week while they're on school break?
Help him by housing his children, did you say?
Yeah, for the next 5 days. He called me every time when he's had a life emergency, and, you know, throughout his life, he's always called on people. And this is the big stuff, too, like unplanned, you know, children, blessings like that. But also nasty stuff like eviction and just poor planning on his part. And so now it seems like an emergency that he needs a place for his children to stay. He said that he told me he and I are from a different island, and so the work is here on the main island on Oahu. And he's here working while his wife is still renting back at home, and he rents a 1-bedroom. And so the issue is he's got his kids, his 3 boys, with him now because 2 of them were at a boarding school and they're on break, and they need a place to stay for the week. Now, he told me that he bought tickets for them initially to go back to our home island. And then he said at the last minute he canceled it and wanted them to stay here on this island. But then he said that he wants them to go somewhere else now because the place where he's renting from wouldn't be hospitable to his children. And so I told him, okay, well, I was looking online. I said, I'll give you the $200 and for the difference, because he offered me, I'll even give you $300, he told me. And I said, okay, well, how about if I pay the difference for their flight so that they can go be with their mom?
Why are you paying the difference for their flights? Why didn't he just buy a ticket and send them to be with their mom?
Well,
seems like kind of a no-brainer.
Have the money for it because
he bought the tickets, but then he bought the tickets, but then he canceled them.
I know. That's why I told him. I was like,
where's the money? Where's the money?
Yeah, I said, you canceled the flight, didn't you? So you have the money, right? And then his response is the defense, oh, never mind, don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's fine. Don't. He told you not to worry about it. Take him at his word.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But I love my nephews, though, you know. I don't
Honey, that's not the question. The question is not whether you love your nephews. The question is whether you're going to continue to get violated by this irresponsible child that is your brother. He's completely, he's a juvenile delinquent with children. I mean, what kind of a man does not have a plan to take care of his children when he knows they're going to be on break?
Exactly. Why do you wait until
a 4-year-old
before break?
Yeah, exactly. It has anything to do with your love for them. It's got to do with his misbehavior and expecting you to clean up his poop all the time. So, no.
And, you know, that's not the first time.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. That's why you bothered to call. So, here's the thing. I'm going to send you a copy of a book that you desperately need to read called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud. Your family doesn't have anything. They don't have any boundaries. They don't even know what boundaries are. So you're going to have to, and because here's the thing, this guy's also he's a travel agent for guilt trips too.
Yeah, I heard you say that before, and I was thinking, yep, that's exactly him.
Yep. So he's going to lay it on thick and just go, no, but it ain't on me. It's on you. You're the one that didn't take care of your kids. You're supposed to be a grown, full-grown butt man, really. So be a grown butt man and take care of your babies. Suck it up, get them to the other island, let mama take care of them. Or buy one ticket, let mama come over here and take care of them. You can buy, if you can't buy 3 to send them over to her, have her come over to the other island and stay with him for a little while. I mean, it's time to be a grown-up, son. Seriously. And you can love your nephews and you can love him. It's not that I don't love him. It's just I'm not going to put up with his crap. There's a difference. That's all it is. So this guy, you guys, I'm going to send you a copy of the book Boundaries. You're going to love it, by the way, Jane. This book, you're going to read it and go, there's my family right there. And it's that 3rd page of the book. Most of us that read it see that. We do. And by the way, you're not the only one. Everybody has crazy in your family. Yeah, you. Everybody's got crazy in your family. And if you think you don't have crazy in your family, it's you. Because it's there somewhere. And if you think it's not anybody, then it's you. You're the one. So everybody's got that going on. There's always a little of that somewhere. So nobody gets a pass on that. Yeah. What is the guy said one time? He said, God gives you friends to say he's sorry for your family. Hold on, Jane. I'll have Kelly pick up. We'll send you a copy of that book. You'll love Dr. Henry Cloud. He's got a great sense of humor, and you'll just love it. Absolutely. Mindy is in St. Augustine, Florida. Hi, Mindy. How are you?
Hey, Dave. This is great. Okay, here's my question. My question is, I don't know if I should pay off my house.
Well, you should.
Here's my circumstances. There's about $80,000 left to pay off.
Good.
The college is covered, and we have no debt other than the house. I like the fellow that did the investing for us for the college, and I'm coming into an inheritance which is going to be a few to maybe 300,000 to 500,000. And so I want to. So my question is, we're a fairly low income family, and so my question is, because of the low income, I don't know if I should take that almost 100,000 and pay the house off, or just utilize it as part of the investment because it'll be that much more being invested.
How much is your home worth?
It's worth more than that.
What's it worth?
Right off the top of my head, maybe 150 to 180.
Well, if you could borrow $200,000 on your home to do more investing, would you do that?
No.
Okay. For the same reason that you wouldn't do that, because I just made you feel the risk. You need to take $80,000 of your inheritance and pay the house off, and never borrow money again.
Okay, great.
Never borrow money again. Invest the rest, and you got more to invest and more to live on since you don't have a house payment anymore. That feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Right. It's a really low. That's true, though. It is. Although it's low.
You're gonna have I have a low house. I have a low house payment now. I don't have a house payment. That's low.
Yeah.
And that's where you're going to be. You're going to have no house payment. That's the ultimate low. Yeah, no house payment at all. Wow, that's pretty cool. Now you got to take care of your insurance. You got to take care of your taxes. Make sure you're setting money aside out of your monthly budget to do that. But the rest of your life, you got the other $400,000, $420,000 or so to invest and let that grow. Keep your hands off of that money and live on your income. And you ought to be able to do that since now you don't have a house payment. Pretty cool stuff. And then someday you'll have an inheritance to leave someone, and they'll be blessed. Maybe you'll be the rich aunt. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., Kcaa 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD, host of Healthline. Join me live and hear the latest breakthrough information for you and your family. This month, Garlicidin is on special. It's great support for mucous membranes throughout the entire body. Buy 2 bottles, get the third one free. Call 800-370-3447. That's 800-370-3447. Experience nutrition that really works for yourself.
Join Healthline every afternoon at 2:30 KCAA 1050 AM.
Are you thirsty for books that will fill your soul with wisdom, joy, and inspiration? Then take a refreshing and nourishing drink at Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore, located in the heart of the Agape International Spiritual Center in Culver City, which incidentally was recently featured on The Today Show. From aromatic soy candles to best-selling authors like Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith and a whole host of other visionaries, Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore has everything to soothe your body, spirit, and soul. For more info and directions, visit agapelive.com today.
This is KCAA.
In the mood for some great Chinese food? Well, Mr. Yu's Chinese Food is where you need to be. Mr. Yu's Chinese Food not only has a delicious dinner menu, they also offer delicious lunch specials including their yummy fried rice and chow mein. But get this, it also includes any 2 items just for $5.85. Or you can get any 1 item for only $4.85. You should also try their Big Bowl special for just $4.10. The service is fast and friendly. Mr. Yu's Chinese Food is located at 256 Carousel Mall in San Bernardino, California. To contact Mr. Yu's Chinese Food, call 909-383-0195. Again, that's 909-383-0195. And yes, the Carousel Mall is still open.
That's right! We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Join KCAA Radio and the Savacito Sunday Squad for the 2nd annual Trunk or Treat Sunday, November 1st at the Carousel Mall from 5 till 9. It's an extra day of trick-or-treating for the kids in a safe environment. All car clubs are invited to bring candy and to participate in the car decorating contest. There will also be a costume contest for all age groups. Tell your friends and make plans for the 2nd annual Trunk or Treat at the Carousel Mall Sunday, November 1st, 5 till 9, sponsored in part by KCAA.
Larry Burnett here, inviting you to join me for Open Season, Fridays at 6 p.m. right here on KCAA. It's 3 guys dropping gloves, tackling issues, and swinging for the fences. Great sports talk right here on KCAA AM 1050.
America. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. It's time to start thinking of updating your home for the holidays, and Blinds.com can help. Their new sample packs will give you great ideas that suit your tastes and will get your home holiday ready. Go to Blinds.com right now. You can order. Chris is in Maryland. He says, I just turned 16 and need your help. My parents say they follow your rules, but they took out a loan on their retirement to pay for expenses when our cars broke down. I don't think they have a proper emergency fund. I tried to talk to my father, but he will not admit it. What should I do? They don't budget, and I'm afraid they're doing the wrong thing. What you should do is nothing. You're 16. It's not your job for you to clean up your parents' act. You're not in a position to do that. The number of parents that would listen to financial advice from a 16-year-old or listen to being corrected on their integrity from their 16-year-olds, about zero. I don't remember ever being accountable to my 15-year-old in that regard. It's just not going to happen. So I'm not sure you know everything that's going on, Chris. Maybe you do. Maybe it's exactly as you perceive it. But it's really not your job to correct your parents. They're grown-ups. It's your job to look and observe and understand. And everyone who has ever, I can't think of anyone, including my kids, that didn't grow up and go, there's some stuff my parents used to do that I'm not going to do. Everybody who's ever become an adult went, I'm not going to do that like my parents, whatever that is. And in your case, it might be handling money. I'm not going to handle this or that the way my parents did. Every single person says that. There's never been anybody that said, my parents were perfect and I want to be exactly like them. No one has ever said that. Now, you can have good parents or parents that are complete jerks and they're not any good at all. And so it's easier to find something that you want to correct. But even the best family in the world, there's something you'd like to do better than your parents did. My kids included. I don't even know what it is, since I'm perfect, that they think I'm not right about, but I'm sure they found something. Maybe it was my lack of humility. Matthew's in Lexington. Hey, Matthew, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
I just started graduate school, and at the end of this thing, I'm going to come out $40K in debt. But as of right now, I'm not in any debt whatsoever. And I'm currently have $40K in saving, and I'm making about $40K a year. So I'm wondering, what's the best way I can tackle this?
Okay, so you called me up to tell Dave Ramsey that your plan was to intentionally go into debt $40,000.
No. I'm just wondering, should I maybe pay off this monthly? Should I pay it off all at once?
You don't have a debt today, you said.
That's correct.
And graduate school is going to cost $40,000, and you have $40,000 in savings.
Yeah.
You should either use your savings to pay for graduate school, or you should quit.
All right.
You should not borrow. Well, if that's funny to you, you shouldn't have called me. All right, Gene is next. Gene's in Salem, Oregon. Hi, Gene. How are you?
I am good.
Good. How can I help?
I'm wondering if it would be smart for me. I talked this over with my wife, and I have bought a house in January. I'm 22 years old with a wife and 2 kids. My wife doesn't work, and we ended up remodeling the house and got into credit card debt to remodel the house. And I'm wondering if it's smart for me to get an equity loan on my house to consolidate some of the cards, because one of the debts was like $6,500, and it was 37% interest, and some cards that are like a 20 something. And I had 2 realtors look at my house. One of them was an ELP, and they said it's got about $65,000 in equity. And I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to get an equity loan.
What is your household income?
My household income, I make about $4,000 take home right now, and with all the different credit accounts and everything, I have almost $1,000 a month that I'm paying into debt, like with minimum payments.
Okay. So is it fair to say that this was a stupid idea?
The debt was definitely, yes.
Yeah, this idea of doing a remodel when you didn't have the money to do it was a stupid idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I paid for a lot of it.
No, I don't care. All I care about is you end up $30,000 in debt with some of it at 37% interest, buying something you couldn't afford. That's what I want you to get. Because here's the deal. Debt is never the problem. It's always the symptom of what's going on. And cleaning up the debt means you have to reverse the actual problem, which is you got to realize. When I went broke, dude, I had to look at myself in the mirror and go, some of the stuff you did was unbelievably stupid. And so and that's what I said to myself, okay? And you got to look at this thing and go, this was dumb. We shouldn't have done this. And that starts the healing. The second part then is interest rate. Interest rate's part of your problem, but part of it is you got to just get really mad and get this paid off as fast as possible. If you want to move it onto a home equity loan, that's fine. I still want you to pay it off, though. you said your household income is what?
$4,000 a month, so 48.
That's your take-home pay. Your take-home pay is 48. Your take-home pay is 48, so you're making about $60,000 a year.
Something like that.
Okay, so how fast making $60,000 a year do you pay off $30,000? I say 2 years. It's $15,000 a year. It's like $1,200 a month.
Okay.
And if you put yourself on a $1,200 a month schedule and you move this over to a home equity loan, fine. If you move this over to a home equity loan so that you don't, quote, have to worry about it and the debt lays over there and languishes, that means we didn't admit that this was a mistake and you're not cleaning up the mess. I don't want you to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you can't borrow your way out of debt. That doesn't work. But to move it to drop the interest rate while you're pissed off and attacking it like crazy, hey, I'm into that. That'll work. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life, your money. It is a free call. Joseph's in Indianapolis. Hi, Joseph. How are you?
I'm pretty good. You?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm a construction worker, and I do windows for a living. I'm 20 years old, and I make about $8.75 an hour. But I have an opportunity to go to a factory job, a die casting, making $12 an hour with 401k, insurance, health, whole 9 yards, plus even death insurance. And I've been told plenty of times saying, it's a big mistake, you don't need making it, you don't need to go to this company, even though they never had a layoff. But I'm trying to think into my life, what am I going to do? How can I afford this? Should I do it?
What is the mistake? You're making more money and have better benefits. What's the mistake?
That's what I keep asking, but people keep telling me, no, it's a dumb mistake, so I'm just trying to get a better...
Well, why are they saying it's a dumb mistake?
Because it's 60 miles away from where I work versus 5.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a fair reason to say dumb mistake. All right.
But where I work now, I have no benefits, I have no nothing.
Yeah, I know, but you're getting ready to eat it all up in gas.
Yeah.
You're going to have to move is what you're going to have to do.
Which I'm trying to do myself anyway.
Yeah, if you take this job, you have to move close to the job.
Yeah.
Now, then it makes sense, right? Now, here's the other question, okay? I don't mind you doing that. What I do mind is you're still making that same amount and calling it security 10 years from now when you're 30. What are you going to be doing when you're 30?
Hopefully working and maybe even have a family.
No, I mean for your career. What are you going to be doing for your career when you're 30? I hope it's not 1075 in a factory.
After 90 days at this factory, they can pay for me to go back to college for robotics engineer.
For what?
For robotics engineer.
Robotics engineer. So you want to be a robotics engineer? That's what you want to be?
Yeah.
Not just because it's what they're offering. That's what you want to be. When you wake up in the morning and you go, man, when I'm 40, I want to be a robotics guy.
I want to be an engineer since I was 8, and robotics I'm interested in.
Okay, cool. Then this has got a lot of reason to do it. But move close to the job. And then, go live your dream, man. That's the point. The job is just a way to get to where your dream is. So figure out what your dream is and start taking the steps to get there. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. In Washington, House Majority Leader and California Representative Kevin McCarthy speaks at a briefing, once again asked if the Select Committee on Benghazi was formed to hurt Democrat Hillary Clinton politically.
Benghazi is not political. It was created for one purpose and one purpose only: to find the truth on behalf of the families of the 4 dead Americans. Period.
The original comments from McCarthy dampened his support for the House Speaker position, though he's still believed to have the most votes of those seeking to succeed John Boehner. A 25-year-old woman who says she was sexually abused by Bill Cosby at the Playboy Mansion 7 years ago files a civil suit against him. The attorney for Chloe Goins says the evidence is mounting against the once-beloved comic.
This lawsuit represents a significant milestone in the collapse of Bill Cosby's fabricated public image over the years.
Attorney Spencer Cooven. Cosby claims he wasn't in California when the alleged incident took place. Geico weather, slightly warmer, mostly dry across the state today. Jeff Scott, California News.
Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the 2nd year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equalizing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
When you're running your own business, you're bound to be busy. Too busy. Too busy worrying about your budget. Too busy scheduling appointments. Too busy to build a website for your business. And because you're too busy, it has to be easy. And that's where Wix.com comes in. With Wix.com, it's easy for you to create your stunning website. Go to Wix.com and create your website today. It's easy and free. That's Wix.com.
Did you know here at KCAA 1050 AM that we developed an app for all your Android devices? We're talking about your smartphone, your tablets, you name it. You have an Android format, you can take KCAA with you everywhere you go. We're talking about our audio stream, our video stream, and even our podcast. Go to kcaaexpress.com. That's kcaaexpress.com. kcaaexpress.com.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
It's time for some delicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best delicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all delicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dillylicious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242. Once again, that's 909-370-0242.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay.
Every Thursday night at 7 on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Andrew's with us. Hey, Andrew,
Hey,
how are
Dave.
you, man?
You're doing amazing.
Welcome. Where do you live?
I live in Niskayuna, New York, up near Albany.
And you're here for our counselor training. Been going through becoming one of our coaches, right?
Yes, sir. Chris Hogan did an amazing job. Bless all those guys and gals.
Very cool. Good. And while you're here, you wove in a debt-free scream, huh?
Yes, I did.
I love it. So how much have you paid off, Andrew?
$197,200.
Excellent. How long did that take?
Just over 8 years.
8 years. Is that your house and everything?
That is house and everything.
Man, you have a paid-for house.
I do indeed.
How weird are you?
The weirdest.
I love it. Making what kind of household income during this time?
It's a bit of a long haul, but I started out solo, making around $12 an hour. Met the most wonderful woman in the world, got to marry her, and we started together around 75, peaked a little over 100, and now we're back down to around 85 now that she's staying at home with our son.
Okay, cool. So she's not with you today?
No, 4 days in a hotel with a 10-month-old is kind of a certain sort of torture.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, cool. Fun.
But she's watching on the app, and she's going to scream with me at home.
I love it. That's good. Very cool. So what started this journey 8 years ago? Tell me how you worked your way out of debt.
Well, going back a little bit, when I was a young man, I had kind of a cocky philosophy about life. I used to say that your 20s are for earning, your 30s are for learning. And I have that backwards. I had your 20s are for learning, your 30s are for earning. Meaning you spend your young years learning, having fun things, experiences, traveling. 30s, you get serious. For me, it was more like my 20s were for spending, and my 30s were for mending, the way it all worked out. I was in the Navy, and I probably did every ounce of the 5 miles of stupid outside of every base that you talk about. And but then I moved out to L.A. with some buddies of mine. At first I went to college debt, moved out to L.A., lived that lifestyle, racked up more debt, going out to parties with celebrities. That sounds like learning to me. And, got out of that. And around 30 years old was when I had a little slap in the face moment, and I knew something had to change, but I didn't have any information yet. And I started reading a little bit, hadn't found you yet, but right around 32, I was making progress. But I think God looked down and said, you need to go a little faster. And he gave me a little kick in the pants called stage 3 colon cancer at age 32.
Wow.
And I said, life is too short to be anything other than free. That kind of experience just changes your priorities. After that, stuff didn't seem so important. People were important. Family was important. And I wasn't going to beat cancer, and I beat cancer bad. I wasn't gonna beat cancer and let Bank of America push me around.
There you go.
So, and it was funny, just around that time, they say when the student's ready, the teacher appears. A good friend of mine at the job I had, his name's Richard, he introduced me to you. And at first I'm like, no, you're supposed to pay the highest interest first. He's like, just listen to the CDs. He gave me the FPU CDs. And I dove in for 3 days. I didn't come up until that was it. And the motivation and the information, it was like rocket fuel. And I just took off, and my progress looked like the tail end of a compound interest chart after that. And it's just been, and then I met my wife, and she sipped the Kool-Aid a little bit at first, but like that last couple was saying, you talk about powdered butt. I think I have a little married butt syndrome. She didn't want to hear it from me, but she read the Total Money Makeover. We did FPU at home, and
now when was that?
That was we did FPU in 2012, but she read the Total Money Makeover in 2009.
Okay.
And
so that's about the time you really kicked this into gear then?
Yeah. Well,
okay. That's about the time the 8 years begins.
Well, the 8 years began when I was 32.
Okay.
And I'm 40 now.
Okay.
And then with her, we started together in 2009.
And so now your house is paid off.
It is. It's amazing.
So cool, man.
It's amazing.
That's cool. Now, I heard a rumor you guys were doing this stuff at work.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we did the financial wellness program. Last year it was Core. This year it's Smart Dollar. And it's been incredible. I just really wanted to bring this transformation to the people I worked with. And, it was a great team, put it all together. And we've had almost 500 people go through it.
Wow.
Average financial turnaround in 90 days is somewhere around $9,000.
Wow.
We're hoping to expand it next year. It's just been crazy. So, Brian, Deb, all those folks over there, phenomenal team.
That Smart Dollar product, as you talk about rocket fuel, it's on fire, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Well, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you
And
very
so you're
much,
spreading the love, 500 people now because you did this.
And counting.
Way to go, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And here to becoming a coach as well.
That's
wow.
right. That's right. It's like this whole week, bucket list item, bucket list item, bucket list item. Shook your hand last night, bucket list item.
Well, and that didn't change anything. Completely underwhelmed. Yeah.
No, not at all. Thank you.
Well, way to go, brother. I'm very proud of you.
Let me say one more thing, if you don't mind. Last night, I was so nervous, and Chris Hogan, in our after party, whatever you want to call it, he was saying something about coaching that just applied to this. He said, don't ever try to tamp down the butterflies in your stomach. Just get them flying in formation.
Ah, that's good.
Immediate Zen peace in my mind. And it lasted until about an hour ago, but I got it back.
Well, it's good to have you, brother.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of you, man. All right, $197,000 paid off in 8 years. And beating colon cancer in the process. You can't beat this. This is awesome. Andrew, and your wife's first name is?
Her name is Courtney. My son is Arthur.
Okay. All together, screaming over the app and everything else. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
Courtney and Arthur, this is for you. Everybody with me. 3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Way to go, dude. Very well done. Oh, man, that's fabulous. That is good stuff. Hey, life change is life change. That's how it works. Open phones at 888-825-5225. We're glad you are here. Thank you for joining us. Betty is with us in Baltimore, Maryland. Hi, Betty. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, my husband retires in 7 years. We've just hooked up with you and just started. We finished our baby step 1. Our kids' college is taken care of. We have a house. We had 5 kids, and it's just my husband and I in the house. And I have health issues, so we were going to sell the house, and move into an apartment. Was one option we had, and my realtor said that if we did that, then we couldn't take it off of our taxes. Another option would be, since we have a second mortgage because we had some major repairs that had to be done on the house early in when we bought the house, is to just refi, and then, which means
the taxes don't matter. Okay. Your realtor's wrong. The question is, where do you want to live, Betty? That's the question. Do you want this house, or do you want a smaller house?
Well, I want a smaller house, but if we refied in 7 years, we could pay the whole house off.
Then you could pay off a smaller house faster.
So we could do the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, why don't you live where you want to live and not let this math tell you what to do?
Okay.
I kind of think you mentioned, the way you said this, the way you told me your story, maybe I read it wrong, you tell me if I'm wrong, that you think this house is too big for you and it's not really what you want in retirement.
Right.
Then move to something you want, even if it's the same price. And then put that on a program to pay it off in 7 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, sell your house and buy what you want to spend your last 30 years in.
Okay.
And if you want to keep that particular home that you're in, I'm fine with that. Refinance it and stay. But it sounds to me like everybody's pushing you around. The math is pushing you around rather than you pushing the stuff around.
Yeah, it's just way too big. And I have health issues, so it makes it very difficult.
Yeah. Why don't you get something where the health issues are, the house is not aggravating the health. Instead, it's being a blessing to your health.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's move down into something you like. And that's the, one level or not got the stairs or whatever it is that's giving you fits there. And let's get this under control. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know where you are? Well, you've done it now. You're listening to Kcaa Loma Linda, your CNBC news station. So expect the unexpected.
Hey,
KCAA invites you to celebrate the International Day Archaeology Expo Saturday, October 17th. The expo will be held at Hidden Valley Nature Center in Riverside. The expo brings the adventure of archaeology and thousands of years of history to you and your family. It runs from 10 till 3 Saturday, October 17th. For more information, go to info@heritageedu.com, info@heritageedu.com, or call 909-633-1279. That's 909-633-1279.
This is KCAA.
And advice. In fact, they've been requested by over 60,000 customers. Home buyers will want to get buying your first home, or what every home buyer must know. Those interested in refinancing should get our refinancing handbook. Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
Hey, this is Steve Sanchez, and do you know in 2007, I went off to the doctor for a basic checkup, and he informed me, Steve, you got plaque built up around your heart, and you're going to need stents. I informed him, with no offense, doc, I need a second opinion. I go off to a naturopathic doctor, and he introduces me to something called Zango. It's a juice made of the whole mangosteen fruit. You know, the mangosteen fruit has been used for centuries for healing. So, hey, what do I have to lose? I tried it. 3 months later, I go back to my cardiologist, no plaque, no stents, and I'm proud to say 7.5 years later, I'm stent free. I want to turn you on to Zango because it's the only true 100% mangosteen fruit juice. It's patented. In fact, the Mayo Clinic is paying attention because they're doing an extensive study because they cannot ignore all the testimonials around the world. I want to give you a free sample of the Zango juice today. Simply call 888-309-5656. That's 888-309-5656 for your free mangosteen juice sample today from the company called Zango.
What have I learned so far? Well, I've learned there's no one right path for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I could only do so much. My options were limited, very limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I can keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found a new career with training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I could change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
KCAA invites you to join Dr. Donald Gabriel Jolly for What's It All About? He's never without words.
I have an opinion about everything.
He talks about everything.
You can say, I love you, and be fired by the power of the crotch instead of the real meaning of love. You have an illness. It is called terminal acute hornitis.
Join Dr. Jolly for What's It All About? 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on KCAA 1050 AM.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're so glad you're here. My daughter, Rachel Cruz, and I have created a brand new class for parents. The Smart Money, Smart Kids class is a 6-lesson video-based study where Rachel and I show you how to teach your kids how to handle money. Now, it doesn't matter if you've got toddlers or you got teenagers. You want them to become successful adults. And if you want that to happen, you've got to teach them about money. Now, these lessons are really fun. They're easy to incorporate into your everyday routine, and we design Smart Money, Smart Kids to be taken in a class with other parents or even taken at home at your own pace. So check out Smart Money, Smart Kids, the membership for the class. You can find out about it at smartmoneysmartkids.com, or you can call here at 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3220. 8223. Ryan's with us in Phoenix. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Good, Dave. Thank you. It's an absolute honor to be speaking with you.
You too, sir. What's up?
Anyway, me and my wife are recently married, and we have a child on the way. I've just kind of found out about you a couple months ago and kind of dove in head deep. And we finished up baby step 1. We're on 2 now. The issue that I'm having is my wife is currently having close to she's a school teacher in a major district here, having close to $400 every paycheck taken out for retirement. And the information she's being told, or basically she's coming to me saying that she's being told that she cannot stop the retirement, the $400 a paycheck into retirement until the beginning of next school year, which is 10 months from now. And we could that money would help out an extraordinarily amount in getting some of our debt tackled before the baby comes. And my question is, before I kind of go to this, we try to fight this with the school district, even trying to get to an HR person, is this even legal? I mean, this is her money, for them to say what she can and cannot do with her own money is what I have the questions about.
Yeah, sometimes they only have an annual change on some of these things. It's legal. It's kind of stupid, but it is legal. So the question is, can you get if they have that as a rule on this particular retirement plan, can you get an exception based on the fact the baby's on the way? And so I would play the baby card.
Okay.
Rather than the it's my money card.
Right.
I would go, we're a poor, starving young couple with a baby on the way. Help me out. That's the way I would do it. I think you'll get further with that. There's got to be an exception. There's got to be but it doesn't surprise me that they have an annual re-up period that's not unusual in a school district. I have heard of that before. It's not really smart. It's a bad way to put together the plan. But,
right.
I mean, the idea, of course, is to keep people from jumping in and out all the time, which runs the cost of operating the plan up.
Okay.
And so they're trying to keep their costs down, their operations costs down, so that more money goes into the investments, which that part's wise, but it just, it is legal, to answer your question. But I think there's probably a way to get an exception, and that's what I would apply for. Thanks for the call. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Lisa is next in Fort Myers, Florida. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My mom signed a mortgage for my brother, and he is now, and I don't know how many years it's been, but I think he owes about $100,000, and she's now getting calls from the bank.
Well, that's what happens. Yeah, that's why they wanted her to sign, because he's not paying.
Right. And he, it was all this good, oh, no, it's good. And I'm like, Mom, I don't think this is good. And she said, no, I want him to have a house. I'm like, well, okay.
So you bought him a house?
Yeah. So what does that mean legally for her? I mean, she has a home. It's paid for.
It means that every time he doesn't pay on time, her credit is dinged, and when they foreclose, she's going to be foreclosed on, and when they come to sue someone for the loss on the foreclosure, it's going to be her. This is nasty bad.
So what can she do?
Box her son's ears.
Yeah, well.
And put his house up for sale.
Okay.
Tell him to sell the house or get it refinanced and get it out of her name.
All right.
Here's the bad news, Lisa. She's not going to do that, is she?
I don't know. It's going to take some serious pressure. But
yeah.
I think the thought of losing all of her retirement, she only has as much as that house is worth saved.
Yep.
She's 79.
They can come after her on all of her assets because she's it's as if she has a bill she's not paying. She signed for it.
Yeah.
Even though the house is probably not in her name. Is it in her name?
Well, yeah, she's the primary on it, I believe.
No, the house, the deed of the house.
Oh, no, the deed of the house, I'm sure, is in the mortgage company's name.
No, darling,
right?
It's not. The deed of the house is either in your brother's name or it's in your mother's name or in the two of them together's name.
Oh, it's the two of them together then.
Yeah, okay. So she's in a partnership is what it amounts to.
Nice.
And so he needs to sell the house, and she needs to make him sell it. But that's relationship pressure, nothing else.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
That's mommy telling the grown man who's not paying his bills that you can't take me down with you as you go down. You've got to get this house sold.
Or so she
if
would
you,
contact a realtor then and push through that way?
No, honey, she's got to contact your brother.
Well, yeah, I know that. But, I mean, to proceed with it, he's probably not going to step out and get a realtor to sell it, right?
Well, then he needs to sign over a power of attorney.
Okay.
So, because she can't sell it without his signature. She doesn't own it.
Okay. All right.
Even though she's on the mortgage. I'm guessing she either owns half of it or none of it, and it's in his name, and the only thing she's just co-signed on the mortgage. That's possible. But he's going to have to participate willingly in this situation, including getting the house ready to sell so it can sell. Because it's probably not being even maintained well, is it?
No.
There's no shock, right? So, but here's the problem. Your mom's been doing this with your brother a long time.
Yep.
We really are asking an old dog to learn a new trick here.
Yeah.
And so she's going to feel like she's somehow harmed her son when the reverse is true. Her son is harming her.
Yeah.
So I hurt with you because I'm afraid this is not going to work. But that's the proper course of action, is for your mom to realize that this was a mistake and force her son to sell the house to keep her from going down with him. Or force him to refinance it if he can refinance it. And anything he can do to get her name off of it, that's all I care about.
Right.
But I don't know if she'll follow through with that. That's asking a lot of a 79-year-old enabler. It just doesn't sound like it's going to happen, but that's the proper thing she should do. Thanks for the call. Proverbs 17:18 says, "One lacking in sense signs surety for another." That's the New King James Version. The Contemporary English Version says it's stupid to co-sign a loan. It says that in the Bible. Stupid to co-sign a loan. I co-signed a couple of loans in my life. I ended up paying both of them. One poor guy that was a friend of mine co-signed a loan for me while I was going into bankruptcy. He ended up paying it. I had to go back and pay him back later. When they ask you to co-sign a loan, banks love lending money. It's like their favorite thing to do. It's why they exist, is to lend money. And if a bank won't lend somebody money, there's a real good indication they don't need to borrow money. Hello. But you're going to step in, you're going to help them. You're going to come in with your little cape, and you're going to save the day, and you're going to sign up because little Johnny needs a car. Little Johnny needs a house. Little Johnny, little Johnny, little Johnny. Little Susie, little Susie, little Susie. Quit signing loans for other people. 100% of the time, it's stupid. Not part of the time. Not if you love them. Not if you don't love them. It's just straight up stupid. They don't need to buy it if they can't do it on their own. It's that simple. Period. Ever. Hope that wasn't unclear. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
The 9th annual Inland Empire's largest mixer returns to the Ontario Convention Centre Wednesday, October 21st. Discover new business service providers from nearly 200 exhibitors. Connect with potential customers. Build and create new business relationships, all while sampling from local restaurants and caterers. The largest mixer is open to the entire business community. Wednesday, October 21st at the Ontario Convention Centre.